Hello, fam. Yes. Welcome to the Woke Africa Show. Today's topic is juicy and fun. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Woke Africa Show. Thank you for joining me. Today's episode is promising to be awesome. We are going to be looking at love, relationship, romance in the Black communities around the world. How we're doing our thing. Now, it's not just about talking about love and relationship. It's also talking about how we can reintegrate our culture and community around the world. Because thank you so much for the likes. Please keep up the likes and kindly comment. Let me know you're online. Yes. welcome, Arlen. Welcome. I'm so happy to see you. Super happy to see you here. Yay! All right. So, give me a minute. Let me see what I can do today because I'm definitely going to want to have you guys to participate. And yeah. Wow. So how do I get you guys to join this chat? Because okay, how do I get you guys to be able to call into this chat? Is this doable on YouTube though? Because I really will want to hear from you guys, but I cannot do StreamYard because I got my limit is up and I can only renew it in a couple of days. So I really would love to be able to call you guys in. Oh my God. Can I do this on YouTube though? Um, can I invite people into the chat? Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure my way around this, guys. Um, thanks for the thumbs up, Arlen. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so I don't think I can do that. So this is such anyway, it's good that this is just part one of it. So as time goes on, by the time I treat part two of this topic, I'm definitely going to make sure I'm definitely going to make sure that we have StreamYard so I can chat, I can get you guys to join in. So let's see. I'm still trying to see if I can get you guys on. I'm still trying to see. Okay. I can't do that today. No, I cannot do that today. So, all right. So, welcome. We're dealing with love and relationship in the community. And unfortunately, I actually prepared to kind of have you guys on board. But apparently, StreamYard says I do way too much live. And I think it's because of you guys. It's because of you guys. I just love spending time with you. So, we kind of get cut off, but very soon. I guess it's not cheap. I'm supposed to pay like $240 for just the basic package. So, I'm gonna do it in a couple of days, but for now, we're gonna have to manage. So if you're online, please hit the like button. Let me see love. All right. So before we start, you know what I do? I give my motivation. I give my motivation speech. And but before we get to motivation, I would like to say a huge thank you to my subscribers. I would also like to thank the new subscribers. If you're new on this channel, please subscribe and let's hit the notification bell so when I start a live stream or when I upload a video, you'll be the first person to get it. I would also like to thank my existing subscribers. Guys, you are making this channel grow. You are the guys that are helping this channel grow. And I'd like to say a big thank you. Continue to stay with the channel. And if you haven't hit the notification bell, please hit it. It's right beside the subscription, red subscribe down there, just under my video. It's to your right. So please kindly hit that notification bell and hit the one on top. If you're here, please kindly hit the like button and let's go. Okay, so unfortunately, I should inform you, I cannot invite people to join me in this chat because I would have to upgrade my StreamYard and it's a couple of bucks. So I can do it in a couple of days. So please bear with us. Now, do we have any moderator in the house? Yeah, Alan, you're a moderator, so you have to keep the house on fire. Now, looking at the global Black community, I hear of course, I use my experiences to come out here and try to talk sense into some of our people who need it. Okay, some of our people need talking sense too. Okay, if you're going to support the negative narrative of our oppressors, the negative narrative of those who just decide to sit and look at the bad things they can see in us, the hopeless things, the thing they can see in us. If we're going to in the name of talking to each other or advising each other, if we're going to agree on every negative thing they say about us, that is a clear example of giving up hope. I see my brothers and sisters who are out there and they want to talk about, how Africa is lacking behind and what are we doing, and we're lazy and we don't, everything that you want to talk about, we know already. We know it already. We know we have a problem. We know we need to do more as a community. We know that we need to pick up our acts. Because if we don't know anything at all, we have all seen what has happened within this period of coronavirus pandemic. Okay? How our people are being marginalized, how our people are being denied basic health care, how our people are being denied testing. And then when they deny us care, they deny us testing, they come out and say, why are people in the Black community dying so much from coronavirus? Duh. You should know. You should know. Why are you asking us? We all know that on the continent of Africa, in several countries, we know that some leaders are selling off the destiny of the future leaders of the continent. We know that somewhere There is an African leader signing away 50 years, 100 years of the prosperity of their people. We know that somewhere on the continent of Africa, our children are dying from disease. Well, that is questionable too, as to how the diseases are coming. Questionable. We know we got challenges. We know we have challenges in our educational system. Thank you, my brother. Welcome, welcome. Echo Simpson in the house. Yeah. Echo Simpson in the house. I'm feeling you, Echo. Welcome, welcome, welcome aboard, my brother. If you don't know Echo Simpson, he's an awesome YouTuber from Ghana. He's amazing. He's leading the chart for the real estate, acquiring property, real estate in the repatriation program. So not officially, but I call everyone who is trying to help locate our brothers and sisters from the diaspora back home official. So he is official, the real deal. If you need land, he's the guy to contact. And very soon, Echo and I, we will be working on, agricultural investment groups, like our brothers and sisters in the diaspora who wants to, have invest their money in agricultural based businesses. We're gonna put them in groups and help them achieve their target, and even including local Africans here who also want to go into some kind of farming businesses. So thank you for coming on the show, Echo, and I really do appreciate it. We're still waiting for the family members to come on board because it's gonna be fun and interesting today. So you guys, you're gonna have to be typing a lot when we get to our main topic. But what I always do is when I come on live, I need to give out some motivation because what we have ahead of us is not easy. What we have to accomplish is not easy at all. So let me see what Echo said. I wish I could put his comments up, but I can't because this is on YouTube live. I'm on YouTube. I'm not on StreamYard, so I'm kind of getting limited. But Echo says I'm going to read it. So guys, Arlen is in the house. He's a moderator and he's rocking the chat room. Thank you, Arlen. Echo says I'm glad we're going to do this together. Aside, I think you are right with stuff about education. Go on, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Echo. Yeah. So, as I was saying, we know that people in Africa are having to pay more for stuff like real estate, like vehicles, like everything else that I cannot eat. Everything else, they're having to pay more. They're having to pay more. If you go to the States, if you go to Europe, see, African communities, okay, Black communities are paying more for everything. We know we have a problem. If you love this show, please give me a thumbs up, because the more thumbs up we get, the more the algorithms kind of push the video out. So please give us thumbs up and we would appreciate it. If you want to support this show, you can go to www.patreon.com/The Woke Africa Show. You can support this show and our Ubuntu project, which I will be telling you about it in due course. But right now, I'm on fire and I need to speak. Okay? We know that our people are considered second-class citizens in all countries around the world, even sometimes on the continent. We know that it costs us more to acquire loans for businesses around the world. We know what the problem is. We know that you and I, we are not part of the political apparatus that has been established now to take care of our affairs. So we think we go to the voting booth and we vote, but we know that we don't see it all. We don't know what is in the letters. We see the headlines, but we don't know what the component is. We know that some people fixing to take us for a ride every time. We know this. We know that mothers are losing their black daughters because there is over 64,000 missing black women in the US as I'm talking to you. We know we have nowhere to turn. We know that we have no friends. Because when push comes to shove, they would rather look to the side when we get kicked. We know this. We know that apartheid ended in South Africa on paper, but in practice, our people are still stranded in squatting accommodations. We know so-called philanthropists are coming to Africa and injecting our people with disease. Allegedly, we know what is happening on the continent. We know that we have the desire to help our people get to the desired, outcome, to reach their potential. We know some leaders tried before, but they were not allowed to live to accomplish it. We know what our challenges are. We know we do not understand why we have vast land, but 80% of our population will go to the market and buy food instead of go into farming. We know there are policies that is supposed to help people go into farming on the continent, but it ends up going to the top 1%. We know that an ordinary person is always thinking of how to feed himself and his family. We know what our problem is. But for a very long time, very long time, we did not know why. So we resorted to all kinds of religions. We resorted to all kinds of indoctrinations. We resorted to all kinds of savior attitudes and mentalities. We resorted to all kinds of things. But now we know. Now we know. We know that it was strategy. We know that it was people sitting around round tables thinking about how to keep us where we are. We know that there were people who were supposed to help us come out of this situation because that was their promise to us. But they turned around. They turned around to be the ones that afflict us. Oh, for so long, we have thought that it was their technology. For so long, we have thought that it was their education. For so long, we have thought that it was their way of thinking, their way of reasoning that would lift us from the bottom of the food chain to the top. We deceived ourselves that there was anything built into this thing to help us. Welcome, 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 family aboard. Welcome, Cape 360 TV. Welcome, Mohammed Conde. Welcome, Medina. Thank you so much for joining in. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please show love, share this live with your social media. Share it on your WhatsApp platform. Share it on your Facebook. Come on, come on, come on, guys. Let's keep the room active. Let's bring the people in. So the long and the short of this is, we all know what the situation is. But for so long, we didn't know why this was happening. Because we saw our afflictors as our partners. We saw the people that throw us in the streets and beat us with clubs as, our partners in development. But what we couldn't understand is, why do we have all these development agencies in our countries, but we don't see no development? Why do we not see it? For so long we've known. Then we started to ask those questions. And then the few of us who started to ask the questions started to get answers. You feel me? When you start to ask the questions, the answers come. The answers come on its own. So now we know. Now we know. We know that we are our only friends. We know that we are our only development partners. We know that we are the only ones. We know that we are the only ones who care enough about us to support us. We know that we can only survive if we depend on each other as Africans. It doesn't matter if you live on the continent or not, if you were born on the continent or not. If you are Black, you're African, and we claim you as our brothers, as our sisters, and we're going to hold hands into the sunshine, baby. Yeah. So if you're thinking, oh, well, I should go see, well, if I go to the African continent, I don't know anybody. You don't need to know anybody to come to the continent. No, you don't need to. You don't need to know anybody to come to the continent. If you're new on this channel, please hit the, subscription button. Hit it now. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's important that you hit the notification bell. Once you're done, remember to give us that like button. Like. So, fam, today our topic is the relationship, love, romance, however you want to call it, in the global Black community. How is it done? So that is it. I want to know your opinion. So, I mean, Echo is here and Alan is here. So I know that we can go the whole 9 yards. So, how is it done in your community? Maybe I'll tell you about how I know it's done in Ghana, like how Ghanaian men, get their groove on, okay, and approach a sister and say, hey, you know. So the difference, I don't know much about the West, and I don't know much about the African communities around the world. But what I know is in Africa, in Africa, on the continent, guys, if a guy met you and was interested in you, okay, let's say 6 out of 10, he would just walk straight up to you and tell you that he's interested to get to know you. You get my point? Yes, you're wondering, oh my God, I wish this was StreamYard because, you guys would have been, I would have been like, making you call in right now. Okay? So Echo, you can drop it. If you don't agree with me, please drop it and let's talk about it because we will manage the chat room. We will manage the chat room for now. Okay? So if a guy was interested in you, okay, 9 out of 10 on the continent, they will walk up to you and they'll say hi, chat with you a little bit, and tell you that he thinks he's pretty. Sorry, he thinks you're pretty, and he wants to get to know you. So, can he have your number? Is that has been my experience. I don't know about other sisters. I wish I could hear more from other sisters, but that has been my experience. Okay, so guys, if it's wrong, if I'm wrong, please speak up. If I'm wrong, please speak up. If I'm wrong, please speak. I'm looking at the comment section and I don't see anyone talking, but I would like to know. Yeah. So if a guy is interested in you and he sees you, he's gonna walk up to you and ask you out and take your contact number, and then it starts from there. So I want to know how, our brothers from other parts of the world, tell me how it's done. How is it done in your community where you come from? I'm waiting in the comments. Okay, if you're new here, please kindly subscribe and hit the notification button for whenever I post new videos and give any announcements. Guys, I think that there's no way we can have like a full-fledged conversation because this is YouTube and I have no way of inviting you guys into the chat, but I guess I'm just going to talk about what I know. And you guys can tell me if I'm right or wrong. But the next time we go on live, we will be on StreamYard so we can all contribute. Because I really wanted to know from you guys how it's done in your communities. So yeah, as I was saying, in Ghana, the guy will just walk up to you and then tell you how he feels about you and that he wants to take you out. I don't know how it's done in other communities, but I'm hoping that there's some similarities in it. And well, let's compare that to the African traditional, the African tradition. How was it done? So in the African tradition, if a guy was interested in me and he wanted to date, well, there wasn't nothing like dating. I don't think there was. But if a guy was interested in me, what they knew was to take what they knew was to take you know, go to your father's house or your mother's house and tell them that, look, we've seen your daughter, we're interested in your daughter to take her, you know, for marriage. So it will officially, they will go to your family and they will inform your family like this and that and that. But today we don't do it like that at all. So I'm guessing if the movies are right, I'm guessing maybe in the Americas and all of that, um, boy likes girl, boy befriends girl, boy is finding it so difficult to tell girl, boy is Arlen, talk to me. Tell me how it is. I'll, Arlen, tell me, tell me what. I wish I could show your chat on live, but don't worry. When we get back to StreamYard, we're going to have fun. So, Arlen, tell me, how is it done? Maybe you can give us, you know, some breakdown on how it's done. But let me continue. So, boy befriends girl. Boy is always helping girl out, not saying nothing. Girl meets someone else. Boy is still friend. Girl is about to get married to someone else. Then boy runs as yeah. Thank you. Could you hey Steve-O, thank you. Welcome aboard, welcome online. Please hit the like button. It's important you hit the like button and subscribe, okay? Thank you so much. Thanks for keeping the likes coming in. So boy now hears that girl, okay, is getting married to someone else. Then boy runs in slow motion, and goes to say, I love you. I love you. Oh, okay. So Arlen says it's like Prince Hakim in Coming to America. All right. So, Arlen, are you saying that boy meets girl, boy likes girl, then boy goes to work in girl's father's company, so boy can get to see girl, and you know, then boy befriends girl, then girl has like, you know, another love interest, then boy, okay, it's messed up. But well, I guess this whole thing, I mean, around the entire black community, I guess it's not even just in the black community. I guess it must be really difficult for, okay guys, please tell me in the comment section. Is it difficult to ask a girl out? Because for me, I always think it's easy to ask a girl out. You just man up, man up, get up from where you're sitting. Girl is sitting, having a good time. Then you say your thing, okay? You just say it. You just say your thing. And you get it over with. If you're lucky and you get that number, then you're lucky. But if you're not lucky and you don't get the number, Well, you are a warrior, okay? You got fight in you, so you get to live another day. You get to fight another day, okay? You get to try again another day. So I'm telling you, like right now, I wish I wish we were on StreamYard because I want to hear you guys out so bad. I want to know what you want to say so bad. But thanks for the comment section. Thank you, YouTube, for the comment section. And guys, if you have something to tell me, tell me. So, Stephen, if you're still online, please, may I know your tactics, please? May I know your tactics? I want to know. Yeah, how do you do it? Okay, so I was also, part of the reason for treating this topic is in the communities we have roles and responsibilities for women. I mean, in our traditional culture, we have roles and responsibility for women and for men. So, 1K, welcome everybody. If you're new on this channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. Please keep the likes up because that is what is gonna get us moving, guys. Keep the likes up. So, what will happen is that there are roles in the society, in the community. So, in the African traditional way of love or relationship and all of that, the male figure is the initiator. The male figure is the initiator. The female, it is frowned upon for a female to approach a male figure and propose relationship. So in most cultures in Africa, it is very difficult. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to see a woman approaching a man and asking her out or anything like that. It is frowned upon. It's not seen as something to be encouraged. Welcome. If you're new on the channel, please hit the like button. Let's keep the likes up. Thank you so much, and subscribe so that we can keep having conversation. I planned this to be a conversation, but I've always used StreamYard for my live streams. So I didn't know that when we come on here, I cannot invite you to join in the chat. So please pardon me on this episode, this live stream event. In our next event, that's the part 2 of this, would definitely be on StreamYard so that we can all come in and talk and have a hearty conversation about how love is perceived, the ins and outs and the nitty-gritties of love and relationship in our communities. And then later we can talk about how it is that we can use relationships as a tool to reintegrate our culture and traditions as Africans all over the world. We were dispersed, and you can see that some of our culture has been erased. I think the greater part of our culture and our traditions has been erased because we have been dispersed strategically all over the globe. So can we use dating as one of the instruments to kind of like reintegrate? So brothers in the diaspora dating sisters on the continent, and brothers on the continent dating, sisters in the diaspora. Is that going to ensure a future of the continuity and the preservation of what is left of the African continent and what is left of the African people. Is that possible? Is that something to consider, or is that something that doesn't come in at all? Is that something that we don't consider at all? Kylie, can you give me a little tissue? Thank you. Is that something that we don't consider at all? So I think that integration is usually not just coming to the continent and kind of like living in a community, or okay, well, living in the community is one thing, but living on your property, way outside the local community, and just doing your thing. Please excuse me for 1 second. I need to. Thank you. I'm sorry. Welcome to the Woke African Show, guys. Please, if you're new on this channel, kindly do subscribe and let's keep the likes up. We're 8 right now. Yes. So let's hit. 3 more people must hit the like button. Please hit it now and let's keep going. Thank you. So, guys, I want to hear from you in the comment section. I want to hear from you in the comment section. Do you think that instead of, okay, so Arlington said something. It definitely will help marrying our own people. Yes. Thank you for that comment, Arlen. It is very, very important. Okay, for me, I was thinking about it and I thought, well, how do we even remember our culture and our traditions, and how do we even get to the point where we're practicing it? I think it's high time we kind of like join together, the woke brothers and sisters in the diaspora. If you're single, you should be thinking about a sister in the diaspora. And you know what? Forget about all of these negative talks about some brothers and sisters on social media. How do they call it? Like Kapuki and Yere or something like that. Okay, I've heard. Thank you for the likes, brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for the likes. Thanks for hitting it. Thanks for hitting the like button. But I hear that comment in the social media community about brothers and sisters, like talking about like the fine African brother or African dude who wants a US visa or citizenship so much that she will do anything to like accommodate our sisters from the diaspora, just for document's sake and all of that. Look, they can want to go to America for all they want, but if we're coming back to the continent to live here and you want to go, let them go. Let them go, but not at your expense. Of course, if a brother is coming from the diaspora to settle in Ghana and a sister wants to because if you don't love someone, if you don't even like the person and you're with the person because you're going to get a visa or citizenship to that country, but you're with a person, you're just tolerating the person. Nobody deserves that. So if they want to go, if you met somebody and their dream is to go and live abroad, you should assure the person that that is not going to happen with you. So if that is the reason why they came, or if that's the reason why they're saying yes to you, they should go. I'm not going to deny that there are people like that. Okay? So I have addressed the negative side. I'm not going to deny that there are brothers or sisters on the continent who are still sleeping, who are still brainwashed, and still think their salvation lies elsewhere. So when they get in a relationship with you, the only thing they're thinking is, I want a visa. I want a. Yes. So, if somebody is with you just because they want a visa, you have no way of knowing if they truly, really love you. So you should not fall for that, because love must be celebrated. It shouldn't be tolerated. Thank you, Erlen. Love must be celebrated. It should not be tolerated. But you see, it is part of the disease. It's part of the sickness of self-hatred. So do not let that discourage you. If you're a brother and you want to come to the continent and meet a goddess, a queen, you should feel free to come, because there is plenty. Okay? If you're a sister and you're coming back to the continent and you want to integrate into the culture, and therefore you want to meet a brother on the continent, there are brothers, very fine brothers on the continent, who don't think about moving to America all day. Okay? They're very, very, very fine brothers who, would love to get to know you, who would love Arlen. Guys, like, I've got to say it. I've got to say it, okay? They're like very fine brothers on the continent. I can introduce you. And there are also very fine sisters on the continent, I'm telling you. And they're single too. Very fine, educated, intellectual sisters on the continent. So if your preference is the educated African woman, educated in terms of their education, we have plenty. Okay? If you want a suave, sassy, gorgeous African woman, born and bred in the African part, yeah. Do not waste time, brother. Do not tally. Get introduced, okay? Because on the continent, that is how the men do it. They see you, they like you, they're interested, they want to know you. They walk up to you and say, hi, how are you doing? Oh, my name is this. What's your name? Oh, okay. I really think you're beautiful. If it's not a problem, can I have your number? I'd like to talk to you. Okay. That's how brothers get it down on the continent. If you're not interested, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. Okay. If you are, all right. Okay. That's my number. So it is doable. Okay. Because you know what? All around the globe, love has just one language. Just one. You guys, you know what you're about. You just sorting yourselves out each day, and you're like each day, and you're going. Okay? So love on the continent, if you're thinking of moving here and you're like thinking like, I need to get married before I go because I don't know about everything that I'm hearing about, the continent and all. I want to go, but dude, sis, everything you need is ready. It's here. Okay? Well gifted brothers are down here. Sisters on the continent, there are well gifted brothers in the diaspora. We should be able to connect on that level to reintegrate our cultural values, our tradition, and our communities and our societies as Black people. We should implant ourselves amongst our community. We should date, okay? Date within the community. And hey, let me just, okay, guys. I don't know if you're going to agree with me on this point. I don't know if you guys are going to agree with me on this point. But who is that Black guy talking about? Me, I don't date you if you're not like bony and skinny and stuff like that. African women with curvy. Hey, some of us we're voluptuous. Okay? So you got to accept us anyhow we come. Okay? Okay, let me read that. Yes, the Black women in Africa are beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, and subscribe and like. Thank you so much, Glue 2209. Thank you. Okay? We are voluptuous. We are curvy. And we've got meat on. Okay? Well, some of our sisters are slim, but even the slim ones, they've got meat in the right places. So, guys, like those brothers, I know, you know I'm talking to you. Huh? You've got to try it, huh? Don't set your mind to something only one way of beauty definition that you've come to know. Black women come in different shapes and sizes, and look, we're all beautiful and gorgeous. We're all beautiful and gorgeous, fam. So, do you know the kind of natural remedies Black women are using to keep themselves healthy? Okay? Don't let me go in there. Don't let me say things because we're definitely going to treat it. Okay? But definitely before I leave this live chat, I'm going to drop one. I'm dropping, like, you better stay on because I'm about to drop a natural remedy that's going to change your entire life. Okay? Yep. I'm dropping one because the topic today is a hot topic. And so when I'm leaving, I'm going to drop a hot remedy for sisters and brothers to keep things up and going. Yeah. I did it. Yeah. Guys, I wish this was StreamYard because I'll be getting some of you to come up here and talk and tell me what you think. But all the same, thank you so much for your comments. Thanks for liking this video. You guys are amazing. Let's get people in the house. Can you share this on your social media? Come on, share. On your social media, on your WhatsApp groups, and on your other platforms. Please share and let's keep the house going. Okay? So, women in our African traditional culture will be taught how to keep themselves as good wives to their husbands. And it's not just about cooking food. Yeah. You know, our great grandmothers used to say the way to a man's heart is his stomach, because down there everywhere was taken care of. So the problem was not about taking care of your thing for the man to have a good time or to enjoy being with you. That was not the issue. The issue was that a woman can cook good, can cook well. Yeah, you know, thanks for the comments, Harlan. The issue was that a woman should be able to cook well, because before you even, complete the puberty rites, those old women, they're gonna teach you how to do the thing. You know, they be teaching you how to sit on top, how to sit under, how to like ride side by side. Like, you know what I'm talking about, because I'm talking about code. And if you tell me you don't know what I'm talking about, then I'm gonna come through the computer and I'm gonna get you. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So those old women who would spend time with you in that small room, they're gonna teach you things to keep your marriage alive and keep it strong, because the African man is strong. So he needs a queen that is equally good, okay, in that area. So they would teach the woman how to do all kinds of things, but on top of that, let's keep the likes up. Let's keep the likes up if you like this video. On top of that, they're gonna teach you how to cook. So since you're a girl, till the time you get married and have children, you're gonna be learning how to cook. So in African traditional, culture, women cook at home. That is how your girl is gonna learn how to cook after you. And these days, both girls and boys learn how to cook in the kitchen. Because all of my brothers, they cook. All of my brothers, they know how to cook. In fact, my little brother, he just cooked in my kitchen about 10 minutes ago. He's there cooking because I'm here. So he's cooking to share with my daughter. So every man in my family cooks, and that is the African traditional way. So if you don't have a woman to cook for you, then you're gonna have to, like, take up a life of eating junk food. And junk food was not made for us Africans, okay? People of the sun, people of the soil. All of that potato was not made for us. You get me? You feel me? Okay, so that is it. So if you are moving down here to Africa, I believe you don't want to come and continue the same. You don't want to come and continue the same lifestyle that is giving people diabetes, and that thing that they show you on TV, advertise it and make it look so delicious that you go and you buy. If you're moving down here, excuse me for a second. I'm sorry. If you're talking for so long, sometimes you just need to, you know. Yep. So if you're coming to the continent, then at a point you might, you might want to, be interested to learn what the tradition is. Okay. And your little girl should know some of the things you do as a woman to clean yourself. And I say to clean the self of yourself. You get me? The self of yourself as a woman. You know what I'm talking about. Your girl should start to know those remedies, and your little boy should start understanding how certain things work. So I also want to talk about addressing the endurance of marriage in our global black community these days, which has seen such a decline in the duration of our relationships, in the duration of our marriages, the things we look out for in a marriage. You know, um, it's sad. It's really sad. But some men would marry a woman just because she's got a nice figure, and then life happens. She gives birth, and no matter how you try, it's difficult. Your hormones, it just won't let you get back to your body before baby. And you are not a celebrity. You don't have that kind of money to go under the knife to get your figure back. So what do? You don't have the time to spend 3 hours in the gym because you have to go to work. You have to take the kids to school. You have to pick them up from work. You have to get them back home and get them some food to eat. You have to cook for your husband to come and eat. You need to clean the house. You need to do everything. And our men do not appreciate all the sacrifice, the hard work we put in. They still expect you to bear their children and to have that hourglass shape. So unrealistic. And so once the woman changes, their love changes. And that is not African, people. So if you want to learn about the African tradition, you're just opening yourself to learning wisdom. You're opening yourself up to learning wisdom, because in the African traditional culture, the man, has been built to appreciate the curves of a woman. So if his wife gave birth and put on a little around the waist and put on somewhere around the body, the more he appreciated his woman. There was peace in the house. There was love at home. But we are like we're walking dead, people, because we are so disconnected from nature, from the processes of nature. Your wife sacrificed her body to give you a human being. Giving birth is so like it's the pain is horrific, and you put your life at risk because you love this man and you want to give him a child so much. You want to have a child with him, so you want to like make that sacrifice. You want to like go through it, if it means you're going to lose your body shape, even if it means without your knowing your body hormones are going to go berserk. Even if you don't, if even without you knowing, your whole entire preferences in life is going to change because there is an additional person at home and the pressure and the stress is weighing on you. But your husband, and I'll come to the women, guys. I'll come to the women. So don't worry. Don't worry. I'll come to our sisters. So the husband still want you 24/7 like he had you when you had no child. So the minute the woman has to give attention to a newborn baby, there is problem at home. And you're not making time for me no more. And you spend it the whole day feeding your baby. And your baby this and your baby that. How about you help her do it so you can spend time together while feeding your baby? How about you help her do it? In that way, you get to spend time with your wife. Because apart from that woman bringing that life into your family, she has the responsibility, because of social responsibilities, she has to make sure the baby is bathed, the baby is fed, the baby is clothed and is comfortable. So she can have time to say, whew, now I can take a shower. So how about we do it together? Because our fathers didn't have a problem helping their wives. They didn't. Because if you're going to come home and you're going to be that terrible human being and you're going to throw your wits about and eat, at the end of the day, your wife is just going to fear you. Your kids, they're going to fear you instead of loving you. They're just going to give you what you want, not because they love you, but it's because they fear you. And you are the provider of their meals, of their needs. So they're just going to fear you. There is no love. There is no respect. It's just fear. But that is not the African way. It's not the African traditional way. Because in the African traditional way, when mom is done cooking and the whole family, daddy ate and everybody ate, daddy will make the fire and call all the kids around the fire and entertain the kids whilst mommy went to bath and get herself ready for whatever action is coming during the night. You see, you always talk about in the African traditional way, the man was the alpha male and the woman was the submissive one. And it's not like you. These days, you women want to run your mouth. Yeah, these days, women want to run their mouth because to whom much is given, much is expected. You want to take the respect, but you've forgotten the respect comes with responsibility. I'm coming. I'm going to get to the sisters. But we're talking about love, relationship in African, communities around the world. We know it's changed because of, the separation, the disconnection. So it's changed. But some things are standard. Some things remains the same, no matter. So, in the African traditional culture, before the onslaught of slavery and colonialism, a boy followed his father to his place of work. If he was a fisherman, the boy went to sea with his father. If he was a carpenter, The boy went to carpentry shop with his father to study, to learn. If the father was a farmer, his sons followed him to the farm. So by the time he's 16 years old, his father either gave him a boat for shipping, his father for fishing, sorry. His father either gave him a land for farming. His father either gave him whatever he needed. If he was a blacksmith, his father gave him a set of tools. And we had all those skills before they came. So they're talking about we living on trees and hopping like monkeys. They're crazy. All those artifacts that they stole, did we like conjure them from the sky? Or we made it? Crazy, talking about we're living on trees and we were naked and we had no technology, no education. So that was the system, the African way, the African traditional way to, keep everybody working in the community, to keep life going on in the community. Women were beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We didn't put all this makeup on. So our body had the chance to breathe. We had our shea butter. We had our precious shea butter. We had our palm kernel oil. We had like all kinds of good stuff for our skin, for our body, for our hair. Black women were at the finest, because these days we put on the makeup, but the health is not good. We put on the makeup, but the health is not good. So, a sister could be looking good and beautiful, but she got all kinds of conditions, beneath it. A sister could be looking, striking, beautiful. Now I'm on the sisters. You could be looking, striking, beautiful, but your vajayjay ain't good, ain't no good. Why? Because we don't even know about the natural remedies. Remedies you can make with things you eat at home already. Natural remedies that will keep it clean, nice, tight, and good. Yeah. Welcome to my channel. This is the Woke Africa Show. We have conversations here. This is a channel that is about talking about the things that are important to us as Africans on the continent and in the diaspora, about issues affecting us today, tomorrow, and how to plan and what we should do as a people. That is what this channel is about. So if you're here and you want to be part of this conversation, please hit the subscribe button. But what is most important, hit the notification bell, so when I upload a video or when I announce a new live, you can join us. And hit the like button if you're enjoying the conversation that we are having. I understand that we all may not go the full length, but if you're here and you're enjoying, please hit the like button and drop your comments, because I like to hear what you think. So, sisters, I'm with the sisters. I know all of you can watch it today, watch this video right now, but when you're less busy, I know you're gonna come and watch it. So there is a way to keep it good, keep a nice, beautiful smell, keep it natural, and keep it tight and elastic as well, if you like. So that is our African traditional culture. It was part and parcel of what a woman was, the totality of what a woman was. Don't go to the pharmacy and be buying all that chemicals and be putting it anywhere. You don't need chemicals. And I'm telling you, if you stay to the end of this live session, I'm going to give it out. Okay, just one remedy. And that one remedy gonna show you that there really are things to discover in our African, traditional culture. Things that women did. And they were no secrets. Women talk and they share ideas about how to keep the home happy. Your husband can't even come close to you because you look so good on the outside, but when everything comes off, he cannot breathe. Okay, you gotta fix it. You have to fix things down there. Now, you could be busy, you could be having like you could be going to work, you could be having like so much on your plate, and you could be having a husband, and you could be like having kids, and you can, but take 10 minutes of your time and do this, sisters. We gotta keep it in the community. We gotta keep it in the community. If you're here, please hit the like button. Let's keep the likes up. So before we go, I'm just gonna give you a few tips, and in our part 2, okay, in our part 2, I would expect all of you guys to come on board, and we're gonna have a live session, and you're gonna be able to call in, and we're gonna be able to do this, okay? And we're gonna be able to share your experiences, because I trust me, if you guys could call in, this live will be so beautiful. It will be so nice, because I would like love to hear your thoughts on it. Okay, so I'm gonna give the remedy for both men and women. Okay, all right. So that was how it was in our African tradition, traditional culture. And it was going okay. It was good. Childbirth was the responsibility of the woman for the period of 9 months. After 9 months, when the baby comes out, mom is coming to help, auntie is coming to help, people are coming around giving you gifts, community uniting around you. Like, that is the thing. I would love to know how this has changed in other communities around the world, in our Black community. And if we are falling by the sidelines, then we have to have that talk. We, the women, have to have that talk, because you cannot always be disrespecting your man. Okay? It's as natural, like the men, they were born with the ego of a mountain. Okay? Yeah, don't look at me. All you men, you got ego, okay? Like a mountain. We know it, okay? We know it. We still love you for it. So, as a woman, as a Black woman, you know what we want to aspire to be like our ancestors, right? But they respected our fathers. They respected our fathers. And our fathers really did love our mothers. They did. They protected their families. They did what they had to do. And the women, they took care of everything. The man was not afraid to go out and bring food home. His responsibility was set as the woman wait to have whatever the man was bringing to nourish the home. Okay? So, I mean, that has been it. Even in our Christian teachings, the Bible has said that the man will sweat to provide for his family, and the woman will labor in pain to bring forth children. So even in the Muzungu Bible, that's what it's saying. So you find even in the Western culture that most women are stay-at-home moms. They call it stay-at-home moms. But in Africa, we call it housewife. Housewife. And that was the tradition. But things have changed, ladies. Don't be thinking you're going to be housewife or stay-at-home mom forever in this kind of economy, in this kind of situation. Things have really changed. So if you want that good quality life, you've got to bring something at home too. And I encourage our sisters to, think of marriage as a partnership. Of course, if you're a rich husband, why would you want your wife to suffer and, be trying to bend over to bring something home? You should be able to give, because guess what? Our ancestors, our Black ancestors, the way they loved our mothers, they would always gift our mothers. Always. Always. So why is a man complaining because her wife is asking for some gift, some money to do something? That was the way of our forefathers. But of course, it's not like today. It's not like today. We have a harsh economy to, address. We have fees to pay. We have everything is money in this day and age. So if your husband is not rich, and if your wife is not rich, and you have to work things out together, don't be greedy. Don't be selfish. Bring back home together, you guys. Whatever, if you've got 10 and she's got 10, put it together, let it be 20, so that you have a higher bargaining power. Guys, you need to quit it. If we're going to build the new Africa is going to come out of honest, trustworthy partnerships. Our new Africa cannot survive if we're taking selfishness, deceit, and self-centeredness into this new Africa. It's not going to work. I also want to talk about appreciating your partner, your spouse, appreciating them. Because when somebody loves you, they give. So you have to set their birthdays on your phone as an alarm. Don't say, oh my God, I forgot. Don't do that. Valentine's Day, it is foreign culture, but women of today, they like it more than their names. Okay? So don't forget to buy that flower. Don't forget to buy that jewelry. Don't forget to buy, do something. Ugh. take every opportunity to appreciate your spouse. That is the way of the African traditional culture. You know what? A man will go to, those times money wasn't the thing, but a man will go to the farm and he will just be tracking that one small squirrel. Because you know what he's going to do? He's going to kill that squirrel and put it in a bag and gift it to his wife. Yeah, they did it. You need to learn to appreciate your spouse. And I'm talking to men and women in the house. Oh, so your wife cleaned the house, she bathed the kids, she cooked the food, but she couldn't take the trash out. And you went to sit behind the computer the whole day and came home and you said you're tired. So you can't help out. So you cannot take that trash out. And if she asks you to take the trash out, you are offended? Huh? And you, sister, you've been like on your husband's neck to, give you that baby. Okay? And he did give you that baby, and all of a sudden, you forgot he exists. You need to make room for him. Okay? You've been keeping that weave for how long? You need to take that weave out, okay? And get your hair smelling good. It doesn't have to be straight. Just like mine, he gonna appreciate it if you've been bugging him. You've been bugging him, and he opened that shop for you. He opened that store for you. Now you go to that shop, you go to that store, and you forget to cook him a meal because you're busy in your shop. So you're not gonna come home and cook your husband a meal. And you tell him, oh, but he can order in. Oh, he can just go and eat. Well, guess what? He be going to eat at that spot. He be going to eat at that spot. And that girl who has nothing to do but to sit at the gym and pump her ass up, that girl is going to come sit close to your husband because she's seen that he's been coming to that restaurant alone for the past 6 months. Oh my goodness, sisters. And that woman is going to start to give comfort to your man. Okay? And you're in that shop taking money, forgetting that you're a wife. So we, as Global Black family, we need to talk about everything. We need to talk about slavery. We need to talk about racism. We need to talk about coming back to the continent, but we need to talk about our community. We need to talk about the health of our relationships. We need to talk about the health of our sex and romance. We need to talk about it all. Everything that concerns us needs some renaissance. Yeah. So you think you're a man, okay? And instead of protecting your wife and your kids, you want to come home and flex your muscles and hold your wife by the hair and tear it up? Huh? You think you're strong and you couldn't go to the boxing rink where you would have men like you and try your strength on them to see how strong you are. Let them, you if you want to hit somebody, go hit somebody who can hit you back. Okay? So if you're hiding in that little room, threatening your wife and your kids, beating up your wife, that is not the way of our forefathers. In fact, in the olden days, if you touched your wife, you had the whole community to deal with. So you thinking, well, if I go to Africa and I'm the king of the house, a woman dares not talk to me. What are you talking about? That ain't African. That is not our forefathers. If a man actually touched his wife, sometimes he will be made to buy goat and sacrifice it and apologize to the ancestors and give that goat to his wife to cook whatever meal she needed to pacify her spirit and her soul. And this man, he will be given sanctions and punishment by the royal palace. You don't just beat your wife. Who told you it's an African way? In our African traditional culture, a man was proud of his child because that child bore his name. And the child, please close the door quickly. And that child bearing his name meant that that child was going to continue his lineage. So he will pass down wisdom to the child. He will train the child up the way he should grow. That is the African traditional way. The ways that we lost. Oh my God. Why did you think the British and those Europeans, they had to come to Africa and study us to be able to conquer us? Why did you think? Because these very same traditions, they made us strong. They made it difficult to break through our ranks. So what? Now our men are not training our sons. They just got into a little argument. And they've got that girl with that ass in that building. So they will leave their entire family and say it's not gonna work. What is not gonna work? You're the man of the house. You're supposed to make it work. You're the woman of the house. You're supposed to listen to your husband. Because men, they don't talk too much. You're supposed to be listening to your husband. When he complains once, when he complains twice, when he's nice and he tells you, babe, I don't like the smell down there. You don't have to start like, what? Now you don't like the smell down there? Well, then I'm not going to give you any no more. Oh, come on. Beautiful queen. Goddess. That is not the African way. It's not the African way. You see, in the African way, we listen. We listen as spouses, as people living together in a relationship, as whatever you may call it. You gotta listen to your spouse. You gotta listen. You gotta play your part. Because relationship, if you call it like that or you don't call it like that, is a partnership. Everybody has what they bring into a relationship. You've got to make your husband feel like he's got the whole world in his hands if he's coming home to you. How you gonna do that? When a man is being a man, let him be a man. You ain't gonna start running your mouth, say all kinds of things, okay? It is okay to be a fool. Look, when you're married, you cannot be wise all the time. You want to win all the time. You want to win in a relationship all the time. You cannot just simply say sorry when you're wrong. You cannot simply say sorry when you're wrong. That is not the African traditional way. It is okay. It is okay to be the woman in the marriage, in the relationship. It's okay. It is okay to be the woman. It's okay. Some of us, we are so combative, or I don't even know the word to use, that if there's something wrong, your husband cannot even tell you about it because he doesn't want another 10 years of fighting. And some of you men, because you think you are the man in the house, you're not gonna get it 100%. Nobody's getting it 100%. So you've been with this woman, you've studied her, you know her weaknesses and her strengths. You know her weaknesses and her strengths. So why are you now gonna start complaining now that you got married? You know this woman, you know she's lazy. You've known it already. But you love her because if you take the laziness aside, she's kind. She gives you the respect you need. She is 98%, and that 2% is laziness. So you ain't gonna go around standing somewhere saying, my wife, she lazy. She lazy, but she gave you 4 kids. She lazy. She's not lazy in your bed. We need to learn to appreciate each other. That is the African traditional way. That is the African traditional way. If anybody asks you, tell them I said it. And okay, finally, I need to tell you men that your role as the head of the house comes with a responsibility. If you're always gonna be asking your wife, give me 10 cedi, give me 10,000, give me 5,000, I'm gonna give it to you. You're always borrowing money from your wife. You're always in her purse. How do you think beggars are treated? Oh, you think you're sleeping with her, so you're like what? God's gift to women? You think you're giving her good sex, so she should not live her life? She's gonna do it for a while because she loves you. But after a while, some guy who is not lazy and not lazying about is gonna sweep her off her feet. Now, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go running after her and begging when somebody who is more capable came along and swept her off her feet and say, "Oh, I had a good woman once." What did you do about it? She was a good woman. She was helping you out. She was helping you out so you can get your acts together and get on your feet. So if your wife is helping you out, if your girlfriend is helping you out, do not get used to it because you are a man. That being a man should mean something to you. It comes with pride. Let your ego make sense. Go out there, earn a living. Go out there and earn a living and come back home and add on to whatever your wife is bringing and gain self respect. Gain self respect. Gain self respect. Look, if you're doing what you're doing and your woman is not respecting you, she's not showing you love, she's not being coming, through for you, well, she gonna lose you. And when she loses you, she will never forget you. That's the kind of person you should aspire to be. That if somebody loses you, they will never ever forget your name. But you're just gonna be walking around. You're a man, a black man, an African man. You're just gonna be walking around taking money from that girl, taking money from that girl. Really, really, that's all you're gonna do with that dignity and that respect and that ego and that alpha kind of thing that God gave you. If we want to be better as a people, if we want to move ahead as a people, then we should start looking within and we should start working on ourselves. And I'm telling you, if the African man comes to understand what is expected of him within the African culture, what he should become, nothing Hollywood is going to show on that TV screen is going to be able to brainwash you, because you know the way. You know the way of our ancestors. You know how they wanted us to live. You know how they wanted us to behave. So after boy meets girl, the attraction is so high. After a while, you just need to understand that it takes work to build a family. It takes work to build a relationship, and it takes work to achieve the happy life that you want to achieve. So you need to play your part. If you are not into skinny girls, don't just take that skinny woman as your wife or your girlfriend because there's nobody else interested in you and torment her life. If you're not into big girls, voluptuous women, don't go and take that big ass girl and torment her every time she put food in your mouth. You're gonna say, "Oh, you eating again? Oh my God, are you still putting food in your mouth?" That is not the African way. Hello, hello, Jim. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Woke Africa Show. If this is your first time, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. We are a small platform, but we're growing, and thank you for joining us. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Ça va? Bonjour, ça va? Okay. I am not too good with French, but welcome, my brother from, the French nation. And thank you for being here. Thank you for your comments. And I would really improve my French and I would be able to do this again very well. Okay. Nice to meet you too, Jim. I was trying to get my French groove on, but I have to go and start again. All right. So all of that I've been talking about is, if a marriage is gonna work, if a relationship is gonna work, both have to play their parts. But you play your part with your partner in mind all the time. You have to think about your partner all the time. If you're gonna do something, Oh my. Okay, Jim is asking what language I speak. Well, I'm speaking English right now, but I speak Akan. Akan tree is my language. Akan tree is my language. My language is called tree. TWI. It's called tree. Yeah, that's my language. So, if you want to say how are you, it is saying come akwaba. Thank you, midase. I love you, mido. So yeah, you mostly you take a whole English sentence and then one word you say it in Chilean is one word. Oh, you're from India. Okay. Welcome to the platform. Welcome to the platform. Well, so family, that is what I was talking about. That the way of the African tradition and culture is given and taken. Okay, love that is based on social exchange, love that is based on empathy for each other, love that is based on compassion for each other. Andre. Hey, Andre. Yeah. Andre, you've got to message me, like, seriously, because something happened to my email. I have recovered it, but I don't know what happened. So you have either got to send me your WhatsApp number again, or please send me that email again, because I really need to add you to the project page. Thank you so much, Andre. But welcome. And we're talking about relationships, love, marriage, in global Black communities, and how we can use that to reintegrate our tradition and culture. Okay, so we're thinking about how we can use that to integrate our African traditional culture. So, um, yes, girls, I'm on live, please. I'm on live stream. So go and do what you want to do. So we did because I do your live video. Yes. It's not for children. Yes. No, it's not for children. Please put it down. Okay, girls, you go. Shoo. I have to go. Okay. So guys, so that's what we've been talking about, and I'm sorry, my girls, they don't understand what I'm doing. I have a daughter and I live with my niece as well. And they don't get it, okay? They don't get it. They always want to come in and intrude in my live sessions, but I know you understand. So if you're here, please keep the like button up and let's see the love, show the love. So yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. But in the African traditional culture, love, though the rules were there and the rules were adhered to, it gave everybody peace of mind. Because the father knew that it was his responsibility to provide for the wife and the children, as in the family. And the woman knew that whatever she was given, she has to multiply it and turn it into either food, either clothing, either, to nourish the family. Of course, those were different times. The exchange rate of exchange was not money. Okay. But now that we live in a money system, we live in a money society. Yeah, those days, the yeah, Andre, the gender roles were very well defined, and there was a traditional council system to settle divisions or problems in our society when the man was not living up to his responsibility, or when the woman was not, living up to her responsibility. And there was the understanding, okay? In those days, a man taking another woman home was no big news, because every woman knew that men were entitled to marry one or two or three or four as they deemed fit. Okay? But things have changed. Things have changed. And because things have changed, there are significant changes in the roles as well. Okay? So now, okay, in the traditional days when women were expected to, take care of the home full time, take care of the kids were well groomed, kids were well behaved, because it was mom who was training them up the whole day. If were not with mom, they were with dad. If dad was going to his place of work, the boys will follow him, and the girls will follow mom. So whatever mom was doing, she was passing on information to the kids. Whatever dad was doing, he was passing on information to the kids. Okay, Andre says we need to make our old tradition the norm again. Yes, we need to. But we live in a money system now. And I was about to talk about that, Andre. We live in a money system now. And because we live in a money system, going back to gender roles might be a little bit difficult, because there is some kind of wave in the atmosphere where women these days have been forced to take up the role of the man in the society. Okay? Before, if a man will ever be with a woman, the family is involved. So you cannot have a kid with a woman and say it's not your responsibility. It's not done. If you said it wasn't your responsibility, the family will sit down and the family will accept the child, and the family will contribute to take care of that child. They, there's a phrase in tree that goes like yempo nipa, yempo nipa. It means that we don't shun humans, or we don't throw out humans, or we don't reject. Yeah, we don't reject a human being. So if you went to do stuff with the girl, and you didn't go through the right process, and the parents of the girl comes to your home, the question, if you said you weren't the one, it wasn't me. The question your parents are going to ask you is, why did the girl bring her father or her parents to our home, but not to the house of that boy or that boy? It means you had something to do with her. They will sit you down and they will tell you to grow up and take responsibility. It was not what we have in the system today, where everyone thinks, oh, I must see him and I must have butterflies in my stomach and I must fall in love, and he should go on one knee and ask me, and I can say yes or no. And after saying that, we can have an expensive wedding that none of us can afford. And after that, we ride into the sunshine. Well, guess what? That was not our way. If you were interested in a woman, her family will come and investigate you. Before a woman got married, the family will investigate your family to find out if you do not have a strain of mental disease in your home, if you do not have a strain of epilepsy in your home, if you do not have a strain of chronic thievery in your home, they need to find out what your family is all about. Have they been training their children the way they should be? So, because everybody knows if I don't train my child up, she might not get married off, everybody trains their daughter in the right way. How to take care of your home, how to take care of your husband, how a woman, behaves at home to bring peace at home, things like that. And the man is always taught wisdom. Save your strength for time of war. Your wife is not, your punching bag. And if you were a man and you assaulted a woman in the African traditional days, you will be arranged before the Council of Elders. I'm telling you. But we've lost all of that. Welcome, Andre. I am so happy that you joined us. I am so, so, so excited. Today, I have had the best people in this chat room, and I'm so thankful. Thank you, guys. So let me read a few comments. Andre said, "Are wealthy men marrying 2 or 3 women still the norm?" Well, yeah, I mean, there are some wealthy men married more than one wife, but you would have to be very wealthy because women ain't taking that shit down here, Andre. No, it's not been part of our culture for a very long time. I mean, I'm sure you definitely find, um, yeah, you definitely find one or two. I mean, in Ghana, maybe not that predominant, but I don't know about other African countries. But in Ghana, it's rare. It's very rare. So don't come. Well, if you want to come repatriate to Ghana, you're just gonna have to get one wife because Ghanaian women, they be doing all kinds of things to that thing so they can take it. So they they don't want anyone around it. So I guess global, it's just global village everywhere, these days. Yeah. Andre, don't you want to though? Sorry, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, so it's just like, that is our traditional culture. And I was also talking about how African women, like our tradition, was not all focused on magazine slim girl these days with huge ass. It was not, a woman's totality was not boiled down to how slim her waist was. Intelligence meant something. A woman who had brains meant something, you know. But these days, what has it gotten to? Once a woman gives birth and her body changes, men are so quick to, you know, it's not healthy. That is also not the African way. It's not. So as we are trying to get back to the continent and we're trying to kind of like, um, you know, assimilate into the culture, we should not come and progress the Western culture that has broken every system down. We should come back and find out what are the ways, what are the good ones we can project again, and what are the bad ones that we must reform in order to carry with us. But our culture is everything. Our language is everything. So when you come down here, you need to find one language and one culture. All right, guys. So, are you ready? I'm going to give out the remedy. Okay, let me read this one before we go to the remedy. Excuse me, just a second. I'm sorry, but when you're talking for so long, sometimes you just need to take a minute. Yeah. Okay. So Andre says one quality, one quality, one works. Can you help me find one? Andre, let's talk. Just email me, okay? Email me. And anyone who wants to find an African wife, hey, email me. Okay. And a good family brain, oh, a good family brains, traditional, respect her husband. Those are the most important qualities in a wife. Yeah. And that's what I've been talking about. That's what I've been talking about. Okay. And we've been treating this. And I want to reassure my sisters that, if we can go back to that point. No, I don't have a pen, Kylie, and I'm having a grown-up conversation. So can you not come here, please? Yeah, yeah. Okay, take it and go. Thank you. So I'm sorry, guys. My daughter, she doesn't get it. She will find any excuse to come here and try to be in this. So yeah. So yeah. So we kind of like have to really learn. Okay, we have to really learn. And guys, you can support us on Patreon. You can support us on Patreon. Support us on Patreon. Support. Okay. www.thewokeafricashow.com/Patreon. Guys, no. www.patreon.com/The Woke Africa Show. I'll put it in the comments and you can support later. But okay, so here is the remedy. Okay. So I'm going to do the women. This remedy is for the VJ girls. You gotta keep it pumping. Yeah. So I hope we all know cloves, okay? We all know cloves. Cloves. If you don't know it, you have to Google it and search for it. Cloves. So you find a very good water bottle and you wash your clothes clean. When you wash it clean, you put it in water, okay? And then you cut onions, garlic, and lemon. You cut them. Then you put it in the bottle. But you can even kind of crush up the ginger so that you can get the ginger smell. It's really good. So you put the cloves, like let's say a cup of cloves in 1 ml. Yeah, 1 ml water bottle. Kylie, go. I told you this is grown-up conversation. Go inside. Please, this is grown-up conversation. I don't want you here. Thank you. Okay. So you find cloves and you put it in a bottle and then you add clean water to it and you close it and put it in the fridge. Okay. So this cloves, ginger, garlic, and lemon. Okay. Or you can use lime, the small bowl, the small one, African lime. You can use it. And then you put all together and then you put the cloves in the water and you put it in the fridge for 24 hours. So when it's 24 hours time, then you can fetch half a glass of the solution in the morning. Half a glass is too much, maybe a quarter of a glass in the morning. Then you can have a quarter of a glass in the evening. Okay. So you should Google the properties of cloves. Okay. It's there. So you drink it, it will help improve your libido. It will help tighten your VJ. It will help improve the elasticity. And then you should have your collagen supplement. You should have your collagen supplement. So once you get, I don't want that here. Go. Don't get me angry, girls. I'm sorry, I have to put my feet on the ground because my daughter, she will always come here and I don't want her in this conversation. So I've got to put my feet down. Yeah. So when you put that clove in the fridge, by 24 hours, the water is gonna get dark. Okay. It's gonna come out like coffee, coffee, or something like that, or maybe honey color, honey. So if you're a woman and you're taking this, you can add a spoon of honey if you want to. If you want to taste, the taste is to be good, and honey is known to be very good for things like that. When you're trying to improve your libido, honey is good. So you're gonna add a teaspoon of honey and drink it. It can also even be an immune booster, okay, for you. So once you drink that, you need to keep taking your collagen powder, your collagen cup, whatever you're doing. You need to get your collagen on. It's a food supplement. Collagen is very good for your body. So you need to be drinking that. And after drinking it, each time you go to the bathroom, every time you go to the bathroom, okay, you need to use just water. Don't put no chemicals nowhere. You just need to be taking that herb inside you, and then you need to be washing up and cleaning up good. You can use lemon around it to kind of get rid of any odor that may come up, any odor that you may not, any nasty odor. You can get lemon or lime, to use it as a treatment. Just put it 5 minutes before you go to the shower and, wash out really good. And always know, whenever you go to the washroom as a woman, do not use tissue. If there's water available, use water to wash the whole area and just dab around with the tissue, because you don't want tissue particles getting stuck anywhere. So you want to use water to wash and wash and wash. And I'm telling you, if you can do this every time, you're going to be okay. Okay? You're going to be good. You're going to smell good. You're going to be ready anytime. And your home is going to be a happy home. So for the women, I just told you, because childbirth can cause your, to kind of like, loosen up a bit. So you need to get your herbs on, get in your herbs and, get your system in a good shape, in a good situation. So that is for for the ladies. Now the gentlemen, you want to hear this? Okay, so here is for the gentleman. So you can take the same remedy that your wife is taking, or the herbal remedy. But remember, you don't, and this is caution to all of you guys. Don't overdo the cloves. Don't overdo it. Because when you start, after the first day, you're going to notice that it's working. You will notice it. So once you notice that it's working, please don't overdo it. Don't. Take it in small doses for an extended period of time. Like maybe you take it for 7 days, small doses, maybe 2 tablespoons morning, 2 tablespoons in the evening. Okay, maximum 3 tablespoons. So you do that for like 7 days, then you stop for another 3 days, 4 days, then you start again. It is a good immune booster, and it's gonna prepare you libido wise. Now, when it comes to the men, especially if you have just a little jack down there, you need to find out what you're going to do about it, because no matter how many remedies I give you, you should find ways of working on it, because it's possible to do it. Okay, so for the men who are okay with the size wise and they just want to be able to last, you should drink the same remedy that I just described for the women. But yours, you can put, if you have a nice drink like you like to drink, Hennessy or whatever it is that you drink, you can put the cloves in it. You can put ginseng. Ginseng is also very good for men. Okay, so you can add ginseng, the roots of ginseng, to the cloves. You can add the ginseng and then the roots to the cloves, and you can just put it in the water or in alcohol for the men, and you take it, you drink it in tiny pieces. Okay, in tiny pieces, because this is a very potent remedy. Tiny pieces. Okay, just one shot. Okay, for those who drink, you know that glass, that shot glass, just one in the morning, one in the evening, and you get your groove on. If that amount is not working for you, you will know, and you up your dosage. It's herb, it's natural herbs, so there's no side effect in it. Okay, so if you overdo it, you will not feel a thing. So do not kill your feelings because you want to last for 2 hours. No. Everything under control, everything well done. So I told you, I promised you that I was gonna give you a natural remedy at the end of this session, and I have. So you can recommend this video to your wife, to your sister, to your friends, and let them try my remedy, and then they can get back to me. They can, if they try and it works, then they owe it to me to subscribe to my channel and support the channel. So thank you so very much, guys. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Arlen. Thank you, every single person that came along and contributed. If you find this session beneficial, please share it and go support us on Patreon. Support us, support us, support us. We are also still working on the Ubuntu project. Ubuntu, Knowledge Center project is about, ensuring that information that Africans need, they can find at a one-stop shop. The Ubuntu Center will be a center for convergence. It will be a center for African knowledge. It will be a center for African research. It will be a center for conferences and symposiums. It will be a center that we can convene and commune. So kindly go on Patreon, patreon.com /The Woke Africa Show, and please support us. like this video. If you're online, please do like us, gift us your likes, and kindly subscribe, and also turn the notification on your phone so that YouTube can get you notification whenever I upload a new video. So thank you guys, for staying, and thank you for watching my live show. And I can't wait, but I promise I will bring you the part 2 of this. And by the time I bring you the part 2 of this, I would have sorted StreamYard out. So I would want Andre, I would want you to come on and tell me what you think, how you approach women, and the success rate on Ireland. You have to tell me at a point. Let me see who else was here. Let me scroll up. Medina, Mohammed. Um, yeah, you guys, you have to tell me, Arlen and Glue and Andre. You guys, you have to tell me. You have to tell me how you do it next time, okay? But trust me, next time we would have the opportunity to call in. So thank you so much. Stay safe and stay healthy till we meet again. Mwah. Thank you. I'm out.